Hey everybody, it's product review time here at Poe Performance, and in my most recent channel update video I briefly talked about the Recover Tactical GR26 rail for the Glock 26. I also mentioned there are other guns that are available, so make sure you check them out. The link will be in the description down below. Now the products for Recover, these are designed by Tamir Porat, and I'm probably butchering his name, but he's been a successful designer of other products in the firearms industry, including the Tavor rifle. So in an industry that's difficult to thrive in, he designed a rifle that was successful, and then also is designing for Recover. So that is a feather in their cap there for Recover Tactical. Now I've got an empty Glock 26, no magazine, empty chamber, and I went ahead and I put the rail on the 26, and the reason is it only requires 2 screws and 2 nuts, and that's it. So if you can handle that, you can put this rail on the 26, and I'm going to show you how it goes together. It's in 2 pieces. You can barely see the split down the middle. It actually fits together really nicely. The rails really line up, so the tolerances have to be right on the money. Fit and finish is a beautiful thing. No sharp edges. Everything is very well done. It is a glass-filled polymer, so it's going to be the same as your grip on your handgun, which means it's going to last. Now it adds a little bit of width to the 26 and to your firearm, but where it adds width, I'm not too concerned with, because I love to use my thumb to mitigate recoil, and it actually puts it right there for you to help that muzzle flip. So that's very cool. It also does have the index lines. Gives you a little bit of texture there, not just for your thumb, but also for your index finger to index that with. It's worked perfectly. I put about 1.5 boxes of ammunition through the 26 with the rail and a light on it. We're going to talk about that light in just a second. And so far it's worked perfectly, and I don't expect it not to. The rail has not come loose. I haven't Loctited it. I haven't done anything to it. I checked the screws again, and through about 75 rounds, it's been perfect. So I'm really impressed with it, to say the least. Now, it will require a more compact light. You can't put a full-size light on it, such as a TLR1 or an X300, and I found that out personally because I only have a TLR1 HL, and I tried to put it on there and it didn't work. So I talked to Mike at Recover Tactical. He talked about lights like the compacts that are like the TLR7 and 8, and that type of a light is what you're going to have to use. Now you can use the Olight Mini too, because it's actually adjustable, which is really a cool feature on that light. Don't know if you're a fan of Olights, but it's a really neat feature. You know, that you can put on a smaller rail and actually make it work. So yeah, it's worked perfectly. I'm going to talk briefly about the light really quick, and I'm going to show you guys how it works. I'm not just going to talk about it. We're going to put some rounds on steel, and you guys can see it in action. In that channel update video, I asked for somebody out there, anybody, to send me a light. Again, I only had the TLR1, which was too big. My first response was from Razor JB, but he only had an X300, which was also too big. But thank you very much, brother, for being willing, not just a talker, but a doer. You were going to send me that light without question. Now, the guy who had one that I thought was going to fit, we'll talk about that in just a second, was Dan from Shooting It with Uncle Dan. Check out his channel, link it down below. He's a good patriot and a Texan, and I appreciate him. I had this Olight here in about 3 days from the time I asked for it, from Texas to Indiana. So another doer, not just a talker. Dan, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Now, what I found, though, when I tried to put the Olight Mini on, was this. The rail key did not fit inside of the rail, and I just went ahead and clamped it on just for the sake of looking at it. Now it holds on there pretty tightly, but I will tell you from experience, it doesn't hold when you shoot. It's good through about 6 or 7 rounds, and the light will not stay on. But that's not the way it's designed to work. And also Mike at Recover Tactical told me not to do that. I went against that, and it came off anyway. But what I decided to do, just for the sake of the demonstration for you all, is I'm going to turn the light around and fasten it this way. I realize the light's backwards, but the rail key is still inside of the rail, so you're going to get to see the function even though the light's backwards on the gun. I'm trying to think of anything I missed. I talked about the fit and finish, the index points. The way it blends also at the front of the gun is very well done. The detail there, it looks really nice. Now the one downfall is going to be custom holsters, but there are holster makers out there that do custom work. So what you could do is, if you really wanted a rail on your 26 or a light is you could take the rail, order it from Recover, and have it shipped to your holster maker, and then they can send the rail when they ship your holster. And there are companies out there that do that. You just have to do your homework. So enough talking about it. Let's put some rounds down range. Works beautifully, guys. That's another couple of magazines through it, and it is rock solid on there. The rail has not come loose at all. Pop the light off. It is still just rock solid. Very, very cool product. I highly encourage you guys to check this out. It just held up nicely. It's rock solid. It's so well built, the way that it goes together. There's not a big gap or anything else. The nuts and bolts are still on it. I don't know what else to tell you guys other than it's a really cool product, and this could help somebody who maybe they can only afford one gun, and the 26 they happen to really like, and they shoot well, and they want to carry the 26, and at night they like to put a light on it. You know, it's a great option. It gives you another option that you can put a high lumen output light on and still have your really small Glock 26 to carry during daylight hours. So guys, check them out. Recover Tactical, the GR26. They have several other options as well, and other products. Check them out, recovertactical.com. Thanks again to Razor JB and Shooting with Uncle Dan. You guys are doers, not just talkers. Thanks for watching, everybody.